So I want to start first, Alina, with a definition of integrity. And according to Wikipedia, it's integrity is the practice of being honest and showing a consistent and uncompromising adherence to strong moral and ethical principles and values. So it might be a little mouthful. And the thing with that is that just as it might be a mouthful, it takes time to develop it. So I would say integrity, it's a noun by definition, right? It describes a character or quality, but its power is in the demonstration of it. So integrity causes us to do something. It's something that we do. How do I develop it? I will go back to my childhood. A lot of this chapter, becoming a person of integrity, take me back to my days as a child. And I would say my parents teaching me principles and values, correcting me when I would have made a choice that lacked enough moral value to it. And it's because of a choice that I made. So how do I develop integrity? It's about how I make my choices. So I have my blueprint based on the principles from my parents in terms of determining these are the boundaries within which we live, and then me choosing to own it. But of course, to really develop it, we have to understand that, and I'm going to use a word that Mike Murdoch used earlier on, character. That character is formed, it's shaped, it's chiseled, it's polished, and it keeps being sharpened by us. So for me, I developed my integrity from the teachings of my parents that I have chosen to personally adopt in terms of the choices I make in ensuring that they have a moral value to them, a moral base, so that when I do act, it is an action that has integrity behind it.
Reputation is more powerful than money. That, I think, that stood out for me. And I would have to say that, of course, I always talk about integrity and living my life, in this vein. So when I think of integrity, I think of a word that came to me almost 29 years ago. I was standing in the kitchen, just in the corner. I could still see the little sunflower pot holder that was in my hand. And, the Lord said to me, a good name is better than silver or gold. And that stayed, it resonated with me, because at the time I was, establishing another business, and I was there thinking, I was going to make a lot of money and I was going to do a lot of things, but that word came to me and I started to evaluate and just, what am I really doing? And then the question of the why, what's your motive? What do you want to see happening in your own life and in the lives of the people that you're going to be selling this product and this service to? And that was a turning point for me, because prior to that, it was just businessmen making money. But I didn't know the core value, the core principle of integrity, you see. And because of that word that came to me, my life has been different ever since, right? Other things have been added on. For example, if I may, that no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom. So I knew that the integrity involves hard work. It involves persistence. It involves, a vision of where you're going. So you have an end goal. And obviously another one that came to me was the whole question of whatsoever your hands find to do, do it with all your might.
Yeah.
So of course, up until today, that still has me, when I'm leaving the house, I like to make sure everything is neat and organized, and I would make up the bed, and then I run back and just fix maybe a throw cushion or something, because it's just that value. Whatever your hands find to do, do it with all your might. You understand? If I'm making a phone call to talk to a friend, I am giving that person my time, and I'm really affirming and valuing this conversation, you see. So last week I told my daughter, I said, anytime a Trinidadian says to you, how you going, and they repeat it twice, don't even bother to answer, because they really don't want to know, you see. And I feel like integrity really has to do with your manner of being, with your ability to listen, with your ability to do, with your ability to receive. You see, something as simple as going to the supermarket and they give you wrong change, and you say, listen, hold, take, like a guy gave me $3 at the market the other day, and then a $5 bill, and I said, what a get through, and then I just said to him, I said, how much is it really? He said 15. I said, but so you gave me $3 and then you gave me another 5. He said, oh my gosh, so he said, thanks, sir. Because you have to understand that sometimes people kind of try to palm it off as a blessing, but good and well in your heart, you understand that that is not a blessing. It may be a blessing to you, but it's going to hurt the other person. And then eventually it's going to come back to hurt you. You see, because what you reap, you sow. And so I feel like that there's this whole, vacuum, this thing that sucks you in. And you realize, Alina mentioned trust, you see, and trust for me is really something that is earned over time. But forgiveness you can give as a gift, you see, but you have to earn trust. And when you've taken years to earn the trust of others, or for others to earn your trust, you don't just break it because of $1, or break it because, you promised to call and you don't call, or you're supposed to send information and you don't send information. Because all of those things are part of what makes you understand, a person of integrity. So all of that is really just to say that a good name is better than silver or gold, right? And you could take that to the bank, because I actually live, when I'm in the east and I have to call the hardware in Mayaro, and I say, listen, deliver this, do this for me, and so on. They do it because, you know why? Because I am there. They know that they can trust me to pay my bills. I have friends that I would call to do things, and I say, don't worry about it. We will meet up after, to do whatever transactions and so on, because they trust that when my word is good, and I have earned that over the years, and I'm not just going to, let that go for, for what? So,
And
Yeah.
just